Welcome to Match Day 11 preview of the Intercontinental Sport TV ISTV, for short, podcast show dedicated for basically for the Nigeria Premier Football League. We are just watching for the first time. I would say you've not missed a lot because I think going to match 38 and more, and it's 2 episodes per week. So you might have to go back to our previous episode for Match Day 1, in which you've done 2 times. I can't count. But it's been a lot anyway, so you can just go back and check some of the episodes. You will enjoy everything. We bring you the best of talk for Nigerian football, analysis, prediction.
That's right.
And everything you can think about. So dedicated channel for the NPFL. So if you are looking for who does NPFL preview and review, this is the place to be. This is Intercontinental Sport TV. And we're going straight to Match Day 11. Match 11, gradually, we are moving towards the halfway of the first round. Of course, we are moving towards, the end of the first round of the NPFL. We're still going to Match Day 19 to make it halfway, but then this is Match Day 11. Don't forget, you can follow us on our social media handles. That is on Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, what have you. We are available for you everywhere and anywhere to enjoy the best of content that will give to you. And don't forget, you can partner with us. Of course, let's do this together. Let's take the NPFL to a higher level. Of course, we are currently at Matrix Lounge and Bar. Always shout out to Matrix for just giving us, say, okay, guys, I love what you're doing. Just keep enjoying yourself. So I've got to be here with me. Together, we'll be doing Match Day 11 preview together. And loads and loads of games. Of course, some of these players are also in the Chan camp.
Yeah.
In Abuja, preparing for the game against Ghana. New players were invited again. Especially those of I left. We can't use more than 23 in Abi. So definitely there will be massive cuts.
Don't forget, one NPFL player was also called up to the Super Eagles.
For the Super Eagles. Talking about Victor Collins, called up for the Super Eagles squad for the AFCON. Should be in recent times, there have not been, ever since Amas or Basogi moved out, there won't be any NPFL player being called upon. But then this time around, Victor Collins, centre back, has been called. That's massive for the young man.
Don't you feel like Ahmed Musa should come back today? Is he not an NPFL player?
I think that one is on my hand now. You ask the TG. You ask the regular advisor if feel Ahmed Musa should be part of the team. But then, I know it's just a matter of time. Ahmed Musa will definitely be called sooner or later to back to the Super Eagles.
Raymond called it.
I think an average Nigerian knows that. An average Nigerians know that Musa will. He's still the captain now. He didn't say he has retired. So, but then, Toby, good afternoon. How are you doing?
Oh, thanks. How are you doing?
Well, I'm fine as well. The Matan is out.
Oh, well, definitely.
Showing.
Definitely.
Let's go straight to action. Of course, Match Day 11. The NPFL, we're going to have juicy matches. Especially last week in Southwest, the unbeaten of the South team, Rivers United, your guy boys, they work on water. Dealt to Rivers United.
Giants fell.
Yeah. Now, the Maiduguri boys are coming to the Southwest. Can Shooting Stars end the unbeaten run of El Kanemi Warriors?
A tale of 2 warriors here. And we'll see who will be victorious. Well, for El Kanemi Warriors, I think after Match Day 10, I think nobody should underrate them. Remember, we're still saying, okay, maybe they're a team that have been a specialist in draws, but it's working for them. They are still unbeaten so far in the league. But for what they have done so far, their coach, even though he has been busy with the under-20 duties, national team duties, that the setup of that team has been solid home and away. And 3SA be weary. Bingo Gumbote, I'm sure your back is against the wall. The team's back is against the wall. You might want to say you are condemned to victory, but I'll tell you, don't go gung-ho against this team. And I think they are a team that have more or less mastered counter-attacks. And you know how shaky the defense or 3SC can be. So El Kanemi Warriors are a team that they are not shy of scoring goals.
Yeah, that's even the issue.
So I think it's going to be a very tricky tie, not for El Kanemi Warriors, because I feel they are playing like a team that is high on confidence. I would almost say they have nothing to lose at this point, compared to 3SC that all eyes are on them. And because remember, how long are we going to keep maybe giving the team or the coach excuses? So more reason why I would say for the first time I will come out to say the coach, the players of the Oluyole Warriors, they are under massive pressure, not just any other pressure, to deliver on match day.
Not just under any pressure, but they have to deliver on match day. El Kanemi is coming from Maiduguri. Let me use the leagues of reminisce. He said in King Kong, he said, Ibilia be warrior, o le pe mi El Kanemi. Mo gbona be Maiduguri, so nobody near me. Shooting Stars, Alpha. You will end unbeaten, abi you will let El Kanemi come inside Ibadan and go scot-free. But there are more games, definitely. 2 games will be coming on Saturday, another games on Sunday. But let's pick out some of the top games for this week, because we're in Ibadan, so we can't just look away for Shooting Stars, because this is the home of Shooting Stars. So that aside, more games. Eyimba against Remo Stars in Aba, big one. Plateau United against Enugu Rangers, another big one. And I will sneak this in, because last season Kennedy Boboye was with Atlant, getting their first win. I think he got them 3 weeks before they said, okay, the late Christian Obi should return back to the fold. He is going back to that same team with Sunshine Stars. And coincidentally, the vice versa games happened to them. Atlant won away the last game, match day. Sunshine Stars lost at home last match day. So I'm sneaking that one in. And the one that could eventually sack a manager, when you are being given a 2-match ultimatum, and the first game is to go and meet a team that was beaten, that the unbeaten one ended last week, and they are in angry mood. Boso has been given 2-match ultimatum, but his first test is away to Rivers United. Kuku say you want to sack him.
Well, let us start. Well, Bayelsa, Rivers United is a short distance.
Okay.
For those
same region.
Exactly.
So we said it's
under 30 minutes, you can transfer Senagua to Port Harcourt.
Okay.
So maybe it might not be much of choppy waters, if you know what I'm talking about. So maybe at least they will not see it as an away match in the real sense of it.
Okay.
If you look at what we see,
and
right
if
here in
results didn't go the way they want, only Benkule,
but if you ask me, I think for Ladam Boso, it's definitely not the ideal way to start your fight for survival.
I'm telling you.
If you know what I'm talking about. But against the Bayelsa United, that game, Bayelsa United and Rivers
United
and Rivers. So I think it's going to be very, very interesting. It will be very interesting, but I think Finidi George will definitely bounce back and get 3 points. I don't see him losing or dropping points consecutively based on how that team has been, except if it's going to be more like what I like to call that domino effect, where because of that loss, they'll now start buckling in result. But I don't see that happening. I think Finidi George will get that result. Now, talking about Kennedy Boboye, I don't know if I can call it homecoming for him or return to a ground. If you remember when he was sacked by the government of Imo State, it was
maybe
the governor.
Use the word sack,
or maybe he was told to leave his role.
Yes,
he was excused from duties. I remember that particular after full time, the fans of Atlant, they were not happy. They were saying, "Now Boboye we know." But I think the deed was done that he had to leave. I'm sure he still have some fun spots. I'm sure the fans will still respect him because he came at a time when things were hard. He got those results. Fine. Ultimately, Heartland, they were relegated, but we know what happened after the season. They found their way back into the league. And for him, his side, fine, they have been playing at the Dikpo Stadium in Ijebu. They're home away from home. They're not playing at the traditional Sunshines Stars home ground in Akure. I feel they will definitely fancy their chances against the team. I think for me, a balanced result will be a draw in that game, considering how things have been right there. So now we'll be talking about Enyimba's game. Enyimba versus Remo Stars. Well, I don't know if Daniel Ogumodede will be in charge of this game because the last I saw it was in Abuja. Underseen training with the Chan team.
So it wasn't at the last game.
Exactly.
Well. So I don't think it will be charged of.
So I think it will be a battle of very young coaches because the assistant for Daniel Ogumodede is also a very young coach. I think they also have an expatriate too, also within the backroom setup there also too. Now with Yemi Olariwaju that is more or less growing and maturing into the league too. So it will be a very, very interesting tale. For me, Remo Stars, they are not too bad in terms of their results so far in the league too. So I feel this will be ending maybe 1-1 draw.
Big one between Remo Stars and Enyimba. And of course, that's definitely the match of the week. And of course, Plateau United also is another big one.
Definitely.
Against Rangers International.
Rangers, I feel Rangers, they have been underwhelming so far. I don't know, maybe it's because Fidelis Electrico has not had the 100% concentration with the team. But if you ask me, with Plateau United, former winners of the Nigeria Premier Football League, Rangers are defending champions, if I can call them that, but they have not shown champion stuff at some point in the league. They started relatively okay, but I think at some point that energy fizzled out. But if you ask me, I think Plateau United will get off the point.
Plateau United will get all 3 points, according to Toby. Going back to that game with Remo Stars and Enyimba, just trying to check out some of the stats here. And I can tell you that the last time Enyimba defeated Remo Stars was the 2nd of March, 2022. And Enyimba are on a run of, let me see the games. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No wins against Remo Stars in 6 games. That's a huge one. That's a huge one, as far as I'm concerned. So Remo Stars, so safe to say, boogie team for Enyimba, or which one is the boogie team now?
I think it is for Enyimba. They struggle when they come against
Remo Stars.
So more reasons why I'm saying this might more or less end in a draw, because now the ramifications are a little bit different. We have Yemi Olariwaju now. This will be the first time we'll be taking control of Enyimba, at least since the commencement of a new season. And for Remo Stars, they might not have the complement of certain players, of the head coach that might also want to play into that.
And the away from this of recent has not been, after winning the first 2 games, they failed to pick points away from home.
Yes, but the psychology of Enyimba struggling against Remo Stars might still come into play. More reason why I'm calling a draw in this fixture.
Let's look at all the fixtures for match day 11. Like I said, 2 games will be going down tomorrow, on Saturday rather, pardon me. I always think today is Friday anyway. Lobby Stars will be hosting Abia Warriors. Abia Warriors is saying they will bounce back. They are saying, okay, we know we lost the last time, but then according to one of the players, Ishiaku, is saying we will bounce back. They lost 2-0 at home to Atlant the last match on March the 10th. But they're saying, okay, don't worry, we will bounce back. And they are going to Lobby Stars. Lobby Stars, who also lost to Remo Stars last match day by 1-0. So Lobby Stars against Remo Stars on Saturday. They will have Bendel Insurance. Just when the whole of Benin City was in worry, I saw some of their tweets saying maybe it's time for Monday Odigi to go. They pulled off that shock in the Ijebu, and of course got in a vital away win against Sunshine Stars, and now they are sky high They'll be hosting Kano Pillars also on Saturday. On Sunday, we have every other games. Heartland Sunshine Stars, Enyimba against Raymond Stars, Katsina United against Ikorodu City, the Oga Boys. We'll be traveling to Katsina, far north, to see if they can pick another point away from home against Katsina United. Niger Tornadoes will be eyeing another home win. Don't forget they've got their first home win of the season, beating Shooting Stars. Now they will be hosting Aqua United, and they'll be looking forward to, taking a positive result out of that one. Rivers United will be looking to sack Balamboso when they host Bayelsa United in the South Side Derby. And of course, play 2 against Enugu Rangers will also be coming up on Sunday. Nasarawa United against Kwara United. Whether they will be with or without Anas Yusuf, we don't know yet. Guys are in the chan. With or without Anas Yusuf, we don't know yet. Guys are in the chan camp. And of course, one of the invited players. Nasarawa United against Kwara United. And of course, Shooting Stars against El Kanemi Warriors is the last match day on Sunday. And now we are coming up by 5:30 p.m. at Nigerian time, according to what I have here. Okay, quick one. Let me just read out some of these news emanating from the NPFL before we go to the prediction game. Abia Warriors, Kwara United have been being sanctioned for fielding illegal players on NPFL on March the 10th. The two clubs divide the orders of the league body and NFF player status and arbitration committee not to field any newly registered players from March the 10th of the current season until they clear their all overdue payables as decided by the arbitration committee. And of course, according to reports, Abia Warriors and Kwara United have been queried by the NFF PSAC as the player status and of course arbitration committee for fielding illegal players whose licenses were withdrawn by the NPFL. This might not go down well if this report coming is anything to go by. Abia Warriors fielded 11 players.
That's the full team.
Kwara United also fielded 11 players. So, despite fielding 11 players, they lost at home. I think Kwara United also, did they lose at, I think they played away to, was it Rangers? Was it Rangers now? I think they had a draw. I'm not so sure. Well, so both of you fielded 11 players and you still don't get 3 points. So they have to punish you now. What will they deduct for you? Okay, more news coming from the NPFL quickly. The coach of the Academy Warriors has explained why his team has remained unbeaten. The head coach of Academy Warriors of Maiduguri, Ali Zubaru, has revealed the reasons why he still remains unbeaten in the NPFL. The moment the coach starts doing this shalaye, it's a yardstick to that you will take back the next game.
Well,
because I've seen this happen very well as far as the game is concerned.
You know, sometimes that we journalists, there's a way we would definitely force people to say. Ordinarily, might not want to say a certain thing, but if it's probed and you definitely have to spill some beans. But at some point, we'll see how long they might want to keep this unbeaten run. I think the longest that we have seen in the unbeaten run in the NPFL, if my memory serves me, I think it's 21 games.
Yeah, that was Bendel Insurance. Right?
Exactly. So, if they can equal that, and we know how Bendel Insurance did it. If Bendel Insurance will play certain games and even at the death they will get those 1-0 victories, and that was even during their bridge league, and they still didn't win the league. So let's see how Ali Zuberu and his boys from Maiduguri would more or less navigate this league. But I think I'm very much impressed with what they've achieved so far.
Ali Zuberu emphasized that the club is building a robust and disciplined team where regular starters and bench players receive the same intense training and tactical preparation. According to him, that has been the key to Academy Warriors being the only unbeaten team after 10 games. He noted that the team's philosophy centered around training and discipline for all players, ensuring readiness across the squad regardless of their starting status.
So that means there's no home team and there's no away team. Everybody is put through. So if you are called in, you are ready to fire, because it is funny enough, I would say it was in the NPFL that I learned that some clubs they have some players that are
For
reserved
for the home team,
for home games and
for away game.
for the away games. But it's good. I think I see the logic that is coming. More reasons why some teams they have this mental block when they travel
away from home.
They believe that they cannot
win.
They cannot win, maybe because of the philosophy they have in that setup. But according to Zuberi, he says, irrespective of who you are in that team, you are put on that high pedestal to deliver at all times.
Let me continue. He said something, just exactly what Toby has said. We don't build players, we build structures. We don't build players, we build structures. So as you are building the structure, the player you are building the player.
Exactly. They have to just follow.
And he, however, has noted that the ideal age for developing coachable players is between 15 and 22 years of age. Young team, definitely. So we are not surprised to whatever they are doing. I can see the philosophy is doing so well. And so, quick one. Let's go to the prediction game. But before we go to the prediction games, let me just tell you that for those who have been asking, do teams win away from home? Listen very well. I will now tell you that as we speak this season, I'll be listing the teams that I won away and the number of away wins they've had. So you can do the calculation. Check about Jumewa Loma for 50K. It's impossible to see. Now those have won 2 games away from home. Rivers 2 games away from home. What do you mean? Academy Warriors have won 1 away from home. Remo Stars 2 away from home. We are in 7 now. Eyimba 1 away from home. Enugu Rangers 1. Abia Warriors 1. Atlant 1. Canopilas 1. Benedict 1. NASA United 1. Sunshine Stars 1. So out of the 20 teams, I can tell you that there are only 5 teams that are yet to win away from home, and they are Plateau United, Ikorodu City, Akwa United, Shooting Stars, and of course, I think 6. Pardon me, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. Plateau United, Ikorodu City, Akwa United, Shooting Stars, Katsina United, Lobby Stars, and of course, Bayelsa United. So 13 other teams.
They've won away from home. And some of these teams that do not have away victories yet, they already have away points.
Away point, yeah. I mean, every team in the NPFL have had at least one away point. So, if you're still doubting that we win games away, this weekend,
the numbers don't lie.
The numbers don't lie, definitely. So, but then Nationals and Rivers United have been the best team away from home. Both of them have been 8 points apiece, followed closely by Academy with 7 points. Ibadan
they are coming.
So let's go straight to the prediction game. Of course, we all know how we do. My pundit, it's Toby's time to predict whatever the score line will be per game, and let's see how many we win. And of course, don't forget that also you can also join the prediction game on our social media handles. 2 games for you to predict, and you have a prize for yourself. Lobby Stars against Abia Warriors.
Lobby Stars versus Abia Warriors. I think the pride of Makodi will get 3 points. I remember they have a Finnish new head coach in Mika Lundstrom, and yes, I'm sure we want to start his account with all 3 points. Yes, so Lobby Stars will win that game by 2-0.
2-0. Back to back 2-0 loss to Abia Warriors. I'm shaking. Bendel Insurance Canopilas.
Bendel Insurance versus Canopilas. Right there at the Samuel Ogbemudia Stadium. Canopilas, they are not a bad team when it comes to traveling away. So I fancy them getting a goal. But will they get all 3 points or even share the points? That is what I cannot ascertain. I think 2-1 Bendel Insurance.
2-1 Bendel Insurance. Heartland Sunshine Stars.
Heartland Sunshine Stars. Heartland 1, Sunshine Stars 1.
The return of Kennedy Boboye to Owerri is going to pick a point. He has won in the East before, away to Abia Warriors.
Yes.
Going back to the East, Toby feels he can pick a draw. 1-0. God. Eyimba versus Remo Stars.
Eyimba versus Remo Stars, maybe the biggest game of this weekend, according to several. I think both sides will cancel each other out. 1-1, that's what I say.
1-1. The second draw game. Katsina United against Ikorodu City.
Oga boys.
The Moga boys.
Oga boys.
Odulo, Gawa.
It will be hard to bet against them. It will be hard to bet against them. But going to the core north against Katsina.
When they went to Katsina last, they lost 3 goals to nothing to Pillars.
The core north, I think it might be a far reach for them. I think Katsina will win 2 goals to 1.
Katsina win 2 goals to 1. Niger Tornadoes against Aqua United.
Tornadoes versus Aqua United. I think Tornadoes will get consecutive home victories after that one against Shooting Stars. So I think Tornadoes 1-0 victory.
Tornadoes 1-0 victory. Rivers Bayelsa United.
Well, battle of 2 brothers, if you know what I'm saying, at least from that region. The battle of the seas. The battle of the seas. But I have this fondness for the coach of Bayelsa United also too. Ladan Boso. It's Ladan Boso. But for Finidi George and what I don't feel Finidi George will drop consecutive points. So I think Bayelsa United will win that game. That's 2-0.
Bayelsa or Rivers?
Rivers, I meant to say. I don't know. It's the fondness of Ladan Boso that is getting to me. I don't know.
So imagine Bayelsa went to Rivers and want to go.
I'm sure Finidi George will not want to even think about that. It will be good for it will be good for news.
Yes, that will be the
it will be good for news.
Result
it will be good for news.
But not of match day 11 alone.
Maybe
almost of the season.
Exactly, it will be good for news, but I don't see that happening.
Plateau United, Enugu Rangers.
Plateau United, Enugu Rangers. I think Plateau United will get 3.3 goals to 1. Yes, 3-1.
Yeah. Nasarawa United, Kwara United.
Nasarawa, Kwara, Nasarawa. Confluence Boys, Solid Miners, Kwara United, Harmony Boys. I think Nasarawa will get all 3 points. 2-1.
2-1. And the last one. Shooting Stars against the boys or the Warriors from American.
There are several things that will be going into this game. I don't see Shooting Stars keeping a clean sheet.
1.
Getting all 3 points will be very difficult.
2.
But it's not impossible.
3.
My head is telling me that you will get an unusual result in that game. And if Shooting Stars do not get all 3 points in that game, maybe we might be seeing the back of Benga Ogunbote. I'm making bold to say if he doesn't win that game, maybe he might be sacked. So more reasons why I said he's condemned to get all 3 points in that game. But against a side that does not know how to lose at this stage of the league, it will be very, very interesting. But I want Shooting Stars. Maybe for the first time, I will be bringing my bias for this prediction game. 3SC 2-1.
3SC 2-1 win over Academy Warriors. Katsina came. No, Atlant came pick a point, right? I think Katsina pick a point.
No, Katsina, yes.
Eyimba came and pick a point. One from the north. No, Atlant from the east, Eyimba from the east. They both pick points. Katsina came, Udule. Academy is also coming from the north. Okay. One thing I'm going to simulate you. One shape permutation.
That game.
All eyes on Benga Ogunbote on Sunday, but Toby said 2-1, and he has predicted. So automatically we are not having any away win from Toby.
No.
But we'll be having, let me see the home wins. Lobby Stars to win at home, Bennett to win at home, Katsina to win at home, National to win at home, Rivers, Plateau, Nasarawa. Okay, so 8 home wins and 2 draws for Toby, according to him. Do you agree? Or you think otherwise? You can drop a comment. Let us know. If you think we're going to have more than, we're going to have away wins, let us know. We would love to hear from you. Of course, that's the prediction, and definitely that leads us to the close end of this episode of ISTV NPFL Podcast show. of course, match day 11 preview and giving it to you, of course. Don't forget, like we always say, go to the stadium in your city, in your state, and support the players, support your club. I wish every player the best, and I hope your team wins. And of course, I will say to Toby, I hope your team wins.
I hope they win also.
Toby's a rap, of course, always a player. Before we go, what will be the most shocking result?
The most shocking result, I think the most shocking result will be from Port Harcourt. That is if Issa Ladamboso and Bayelsa United get a point or even 3 points right there at against the Rivers United in Port Harcourt.
You heard that? Ladamboso will be giving too much on ultimatum. Can it start the shock or create the shock of the season? We don't know. On Sunday, the game will talk about itself. Next time we'll call it forget, follow us on our social media and news. Let's partner together, support us. Big ups to Matrix Lounge and Bar for always giving us this opportunity to come here and shoot and talk about the NPFL. Until next time, I am the Sports Illuminator, and of course, I've been with Toby on the show. Till when we come back for match day 11 review, where I'm hoping there are 3-4 shots I can come and tear everywhere apart. Till then, God bless you. Have a lovely, lovely weekend. Bye.